guys, welcome back to our channel. We are passionate about helping people with business and accounting. Today's video is a little bit different for my channel. I am going to be talking about personal finances. And the reason why we're going to be talking about personal finances is because when you are a self-employed individual, your personal finances affect how you operate your business. So if you're interested, keep on watching. So for a lot of individuals, especially when just starting off, so if this is your first year of business, it can be quite challenging to figure out, how do I pull money from the business but still grow the business but still be able to pay myself because I have a life to live and I have bills to pay. And that can be so stressful, especially at the very beginning. When businesses take off and all of a sudden they're making tens of thousands of dollars in their first few months of operation, business owners can tend to get a little crazy and spend all of the money personally and they don't allow the business to really grow in the way that it needs to. So what my recommendation is, regardless of how much money you're making, I would recommend that businesses try to implement some sort of profit first method. Now, I have read the book. I think it's a fantastic book. I don't implement it in my business personally, but I think it's a great tool for entrepreneurs that are just getting started or that have done it for a while. It's a great tool for them to learn how to not only pay themselves, but not deplete the business from its cash. Without getting too much into the details, because there's a lot behind it, and I recommend this book if you're interested in learning more about this method. But basically, it's a method where the business owner takes their profit, so what they're projecting first, and then allowing the business to operate with the rest. So it's forcing you to operate your business with whatever money you have left. Now, that is a great methodology because you're essentially not only paying yourself, but you're also putting money aside for taxes so you don't get hit with a huge tax bill at the end of the year. So I love the methodology behind it, and I'm not going to go into details with this method. If you guys want to see more information or my personal thoughts on the method, I can definitely do a review in the future. Just leave a comment down below and let me know that this is something you guys want to see. But in a nutshell, what this method is, or how I recommend our clients who do utilize this method, is to calculate how are we going to disperse all of these percentages. So is the business owner going to take 30% of the income that comes in and then allow the business to operate with the remaining 70%? Are 30% going to go to taxes and now the business is left with 40% to operate? That's the kind of stuff where you need to sit down and really truly analyze your numbers so you're able to take money out of the business guilt-free, but also are you able to operate your business. That is one of the main things that I see when I'm working with small business owners, is they struggle with figuring out, well, how much money can I take, but also leaving some funds in the business so the business is able to operate and isn't depleted. So obviously you're in business to pay yourself. You're not working for free. You don't want to operate this business and not able to take any money, but also, you want the business to grow so you can make more money. So you have to find that fine balance between making money and spending the money that you're making. And in order to do that, you have to have your personal financial situation in place, because if you don't, then what happens is you're living this lifestyle that's above your means, and you're relying on credit card and you're relying on every single dime that the business makes to fund your lifestyle. And when it comes time to purchase stuff for the business, you either don't do it or you get yourself into more debt. So keeping a personal financial budget is so important, so you know how much money you need to take from the business so both systems are operating as they should. I highly recommend a business budget for individuals because we want to know how many clients do we need to operate our business. We want to know all of the ins and outs, and having a budget for that is essential for the company. So a lot of the things that I talk about is normally geared towards business owners and how to operate your business and business. But really, business and the owner work hand in hand, especially if you're a Schedule C filer. Even if you're an S corporation, these entities are pass-through entities, so they still affect your personal tax return. It's just essential to create a system that will help with both areas. Now, if you find yourself that you have personal credit card debt, then I highly recommend that you start a plan to start paying that off. There's nothing more stressful than having to pay $800 on credit card bills for things that you no longer even have. I see this a lot with families. They use like the store credit cards and they buy all this clothes, and they've been paying on it for years and they don't even own the clothes anymore. It's so sad that you're paying a credit card bill on items that you don't even have anymore. So if you have credit card debt, I recommend that you don't just pay the minimum monthly payment. I recommend that you try to figure out how much more you can pay on this card to pay it off sooner, to free up money so you can live a life of more financial peace. So you never know when an emergency is gonna happen. We were here at the house and we were getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden we started to smell a fire, like something was burning. And so we go up into the attic and our AC unit is making this really weird noise. So we turn off the AC, and it turns out that there was some sort of like electrical fire thing happening. And we had someone come and take a look at our unit, and it was $1,100 to get the part to get it fixed so we can have a functioning AC unit. And so you can't plan for things like that. Things like that happen all of the time, and they happen unexpectedly. And so being able to pull money out of the emergency fund to cut a check to pay that off without putting ourselves in more financial debt is very liberating. So I know a lot of people were like, well, I can just use my credit card and pay off, my credit card in a few months. Yes, you can, but that $1,100 bill just turned into $1,300. So being able to just pay something off and not think twice about it is the most liberating feeling that someone can have. At the end of the day, it's so peaceful to not think about, having to check your account balance every day to make sure you're not overdrafting. So guys, if you are in a situation where you are struggling with your finances, sit down and start a budget. I'm gonna link some resources down below that can help. We love Dave Ramsey. We don't agree with every single thing that he says. I just wanna make that clear. But overall, his baby steps are solid and are very helpful, especially to entrepreneurs, because we don't really know when our next paycheck's gonna come. We can have consistent clients, and then all of a sudden we get a phone call saying that they're no longer needing our services and our income just dropped. And that's pretty much the way it is. Just like our income can rise, it can also fall. And so if you don't have a solid plan in place financially, then you're putting yourself at risk and you're putting your business at risk. And again, the way you run your personal finances is like a business. We treat our home budget like our business budget, and we're consistently monitoring our spending and making sure that we have money going in the correct buckets. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share it with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.